everybody. Hello and welcome. This is BP Productions podcast, where we share lives, share stories, and encourage others. I am your host, Bruce Pineda, and this is season 2 of BP Productions podcast. And I am super excited to be bringing this to you because we wrapped up season 1, episodes 1 through 7. The goal was 7, and we got to 7, and then we took a break. I won't say a short break. It's been about 3 months, but that's okay. We're back. We're ready, and I'm thankful for this opportunity. So, guys, this is season 2. So, I just want to give you a little mix of what we're going to see. We're still going to see guests on here. We're going to be speaking. I'm going to be speaking more. You're probably like, you've already spoken enough. But I'm going to be speaking more in that I got a lot of questions like, you know, we're hearing so much from the guest perspective. It would be nice to hear from my perspective as well, which is true. So that's on me. And I'm going to start sharing more and being able to put a little bit more out for you guys. And, hopefully that goes well. But anyways, just want to give you a quick rundown. Again, announcements. This will only be found on youtube.com. I'm not interested right now in exploring other avenues for podcasts. Reason being, I think I want to get more established on one platform and grow that to the best of my abilities. And then after that, be able to, branch out if it does come to that. Again, I thank God for this opportunity, guys. I don't know that I would be able to do this on my own. I don't think I would. It takes planning. It takes a confidence and to know that God's got you and God is with you. So that has encouraged me greatly, and I am here. So where have I been this last 3 months, right? So, I made a decision for us to go ahead and launch this season 2. That decision really came within the first 2 weeks after talking to some friends and some family. That decision came, and I was able to put that out there and share that with you guys. The other hump was just figuring out what I wanted to do with season 2, right? And I knew I loved having guests on here. I knew that I loved hearing from their perspective. But again, I started talking to others, and they wanted to hear more from me. And then I started thinking about quality, right? What's the best quality I can put out for you guys, my viewers, listeners? And, one of my focuses was I wanted to get better vision on, the camera, make sure my mic is good, a better scenery, like my cactus right here, which I got for Christmas from my niece. So, yeah, that's my cactus. Anyways, so yeah, just different things like that. I'm just going to kind of give to you about my what, when, why for season 2, right? Or who, what, when, where, why. So who, myself, going to have a guest here. Again, just me and myself today, but that's cool. What, again, I want to give a platform to others to speak about their life, to share their life, share stories, and encourage others. Again, our tagline, when I'm going to try to do these and release these every Monday night. Why did I pick Monday night? I think because that's the last time I've been uploading videos, which has worked out really well. And so let's roll with that. And then why? Because it's a passion in my heart. It is a passion in my heart. It's been burning in my heart for a long time, and getting accomplished with season 1, made me realize that, hey, this is definitely something that I am interested in. This is definitely something that I can have, and I'm thankful for it because it's a platform that God has given me to be a light, and that's His light. So, yeah, and that's actually what I wrote. Opportunity God has given me to share His light. So, that's great. So let's just jump back, guys, to the recap of the week for me. Again, I think I've answered that where I've been, right? Just trying to explore different avenues for the podcast, but also work. I started back at my other job, Skyhawks, last week was our first week back from break, but let's just jump even further from that, right? Christmas was great. It was really good. I had a really good time with my family. I enjoy family time a lot. I think that's super important to have that quality time with your family. That's never something to shy away from. I know sometimes you may not have that great relationship with your family, and that can be really tough at times. But I really think that taking a step back and maybe maybe trying to evaluate that situation, whatever it may be, and to reconcile if that's a possibility, because family's there for you. I believe that God intended us not to be alone. So there's that. Christmas, again, that was Christmas. New Year's was fun. Did fireworks with my family again. We did fireworks. We played Jeopardy. That was really cool. I did that last year. Basically, you have Jeopardy games, right? Like 4 or 5 categories, and then up to 500 points. And you kind of just split teams among your family, and you do, all sorts of different topics. It could be, Disney, it could be movies, it can be music, history, whatever, and just have fun with it. So that was a really fun idea. And we did that. It was really cool. I did enjoy that. Thanksgiving, I don't even know if I was doing this around Thanksgiving time, if I'd actually put something out by then. But Thanksgiving was, that was good too. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the food, the football, and the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go. All right. So it's just me today. So let's just talk. Me and you and I. Recap of the week. So I want to talk about one thing that it came to my heart. It's been on my heart for a while. But out of my other job, Skyhawks, which is a company that I work for. It's an after-school program for kids. We also do little sessions here and there, but basically pre-K to really 8th grade at some point, but more the elementary level that I work with, and I get to teach them sports. Our tagline is teaching them life skills through sports, but I get to teach them, and I get to be their coach, and I love it. I love every second of it. Those kids make a huge impact on me just as much as I hope I make an impact on them. So I'm very appreciative of that. I'm surprised I pronounced that pretty good. And one of the kids, I've known her for about 3 years, and I've gotten really close to this kid. Coached them up. Was able to teach them. That this kid would always come to me for advice, and I'd be a light, to them. And, I found out recently that they were going to be leaving the school. So some things that had happened. But yeah, that kind of shocked me because, you grow so close to these kids, right? And you are a light in their life and they're a light in your life. And then, at the end of the day, it wraps up. And, I believe God, I've heard it once said, and it really made a lot of sense, that God just doesn't bring people in your life for no reason. There's always a reason. I believe there's always a reason. And I hope that I made an impact on that kid. I'm going to miss them a lot just because they were, they're special. They're one of the first kids that I've ever got to teach and got to coach, and that I felt like I made a really big impact on. So, I'm super grateful for that, super thankful for that. Anyways, so that's one of the things I want to recap on is that one of my favorite students left, and it's a sad thing. Yeah, it's sad, but you can also hold on to the hope that you made an impact and that you were light in their life, and that's what you move forward with, right? You move forward with knowing that God has all his plans and all his intentions and that they're good. And if I hold on to that, it'll be good. So there's that. My second thing, guys, I don't know if I should be announcing this, but hey, this is my platform. I can talk, right? Yeah, I can talk. And I don't know if she's ever going to watch this, but there's this girl that I like at the hotel that I work at. I work at the Holiday Inn Express, and I do front desk, which is an interesting job. You might think it's just front desk work. Hey, how you doing? Welcome in. Which, that's the basis of it, check in, check out. But you get to meet a lot of people, every day from all different walks of life. And, there's always good guests. There's always not so great guests. And I have a lot of not so great guest stories. but I also have some good stories, right? But anyways, beside the point, there's this girl that I like. She's one of the housekeepers there. I met her maybe about a month ago, and she primarily speaks Spanish, which your boy doesn't speak Spanish or has trouble speaking Spanish. I can understand, I think I understand a good chunk, but it's just, I don't know. My mom speaks Spanish, my dad not so, and so anyways, she speaks primarily Spanish, and so it's been kind of difficult to talk with her. But every time we text, we translate with each other, and I'm just getting to know her, and she's really cool. She's really smart. She's really different. Like I've had some, I'm not gonna say relationships, but girls that I've chased in the past that you just can tell the way someone talks. It's different. It's different. I'm trying to give an example of that, but it's. All right, let's pause here. When you're talking to somebody, right? You know, right? I mean, you've had relationships in the past, right? And you can tell all of them talk differently, but there's some that really stand out because they're very intelligent. They're very kind. They're very sweet. They're very thoughtful, and those traits resonate with me a lot because I think that I reflect those traits a lot too. Those are very important to me. So when I talk to this person, I have that connection with them. I'm like, wow, that really interests me in you because I can just, the way we're talking right now, I can, you see the person's heart, right? Through the way they talk and their actions. So that really attracted me to her. And, not only that, obviously she's beautiful, but we've been talking, and it's just a girl that I really like, and if it's God's will, He'll keep giving me opportunities to talk to her and get to know her, and I'm gonna work on my Spanish because I want to learn. And actually, I'll ask you guys that if you know a better way to speak Spanish or a better way to learn Spanish, tell me in the comments because I want to learn. I do want to learn. I'm willing to learn. So it's been a long time, and it's due time for that. So yeah. My third thing that I want to bring up is that being a light to others around me. Back to my other job. Every day I come into that job, both jobs actually, right? And I try to be a light to everybody around me. I think that's super important to do that. Yeah, I think it's super important to be a light to everybody around you. When I ask myself the question, what's the best piece of advice that I've ever been given? And that's a question that I've asked a lot of the guests on here. My first answer is to be a lifelong learner. I learned that from a guy named Mitch Kellogg. And with that, you learn, you continue to learn, and you don't become stale. You don't become stopped in your tracks, but rather you keep on going, you keep on growing, and you keep on learning. But to bring us back to the other point, secondly, is to be a light. Where did I learn that from? The Bible. Being a light, being the salt of the earth. And why I say that and why that has resonated with me so much is because there's a lot of darkness in the world. There is everywhere around us, and even in people's lives there is. With these kids that I go to coach and to teach, I don't know what's going on at home, or during the day at school. But when I have them for these few hours, I can be a light in their day. They can look forward to Skyhawks. They can look forward to seeing Coach and him being a light in their day. And I think that's what I love doing. That's what I love being. And not for my own glory, but for God's light to shine. That's what's important. And I do the same thing at the hotel. And I try to. But again, I can be honest with this podcast. It's a hard thing, right? It's a hard thing. Not all of us are morning persons. I call myself like a mid-morning person. Like I ain't super happy about waking up super early. But at the same time, I don't like waking up super late either because like half the day is gone. So I'm like that mid-morning, like 8 o'clock 7, 8 o'clock is pretty good. But I get up for the hotel at 5 o'clock. So, yikes. Anyways, so with that, you approach the morning. Sometimes you're kind of tired. You really don't want to, interact with people all too much. But I kind of, realize that, hey, these people, I'm the first thing they see in the morning, right? When they come down, they walk out, and it always brings me back to reality to say that, hey, I'm the light they see in the morning. So, tell them good morning, tell them to have a great day, and show them a smile, because I don't know. They, anything could be going on in their lives, but if I can be a light, and especially in the beginning of their day, that's a win. That's definitely a bonus. So my advice, be light, be an encouragement to others in your family, at your place of work, wherever you go. Just kind of practice that, like practice being a light, and keep that in your head, being a light. Let's see. Next point, again, embracing family. These past few months, I think I've been really embracing family. What do I mean by that? Is that spending more time with them. Sometimes you can get so lost in your own way and in your own doings and your own goals, and I know I do that a lot. I get caught up with other things, and I forget, that, hey, when I used to live in Washington State, I used to just think, if my sisters or my family were just 30 minutes away, I would be right there with them, just because I miss them so much. And now that they're here in San Antonio, we're all here, I want to embrace that, and I want to be able to spend more time with them and create more memories with them, because they're my family, and I love them, and I know they love me. And so if you can do that yourself, with your family, I definitely recommend it. Siblings, especially siblings, I think that's super important to talk to each other. It's one thing to talk to your mom, of course, your mom and dad, keep an eye on them and keep in touch with them. But siblings, sometimes, you get lost and I haven't talked to the sibling in so long. But it's important to keep that connection, because that you guys need each other, right? You all need each other to you all need each other growing up, and now in adulthood, it's still important. There's a lot of times where I lean on my sisters to just ask them questions and get their side of things, of how I should do a certain thing, or what do they think about this or that. They're my go-to for that, and I appreciate that. So if you have that opportunity with your brother, with your sister, even with your cousin, aunts, uncles, embrace that, embrace the family. Super important. The next thing I want to touch on is doing what you love, right? And what I'm obviously doing things that you love that are good. I'm going to say that because there's a lot of stuff that people can love that are bad, right? Don't pursue those things, but pursue things that are good, the passions in your heart. I believe God's given us each skill. He's given us a skill. He's given us a talent. And what are we going to do with that talent? Are we going to just sit down and waste it away? Or are we going to use it and, build God's kingdom with it? Are we going to use it and be a light to the world with it, right? And that's important. So, this podcast is super important to me, but that's just one item, right? I love playing guitar, as you can see behind me. I posted some videos on Instagram, on YouTube, and I love playing piano. I love playing music. I love coaching. I love watching football. Little things like that. I think it's super important to do those things that you love, because if you just crowd yourself with things that you have to do, things that you don't want to do, I think that tires us out super fast. I know it does me. I know it does me. So, make time for those things. Obviously prioritize. I know I could be a lot better at that. Prioritizing, reading the word in the morning, reading God's word. And then moving forward with your day, right? Prioritize. Next thing here, super important, I've been talking about it a lot in this podcast, is following God, right? I guess over these 3 months, I've come to realize, every day, I've been trying to encourage myself and pick myself up about starting this podcast. And finally today, actually kind of started a couple days ago, I wanted to get in, I wanted to plan, I wanted to write things out about what I would talk about, what I wanted to do. And I couldn't come up with anything that was just too generic. And that felt like I was just putting on a show. And I didn't want to do that. It didn't fit right with my heart. And I didn't want to go that route. So basically today I said, you know what? I'm going to write down these things that I want to just talk about that are on my heart. And I'm going to turn on the camera, which is actually great advice. I heard that from a guy named Sean Cannell. Basically, it starts turning on the camera, saying action, and going for it, right? The rest of anything can be fixed later. And, you still have the next opportunity. So I did that. Turn on the camera. Here I am talking with you guys and getting this show wrapped up. And so I love it and I appreciate it. And, I'm just ready to go, guys. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock. And I'm thankful for this opportunity. I am super thankful for this opportunity. And, whatever God does with it is great. I know it's going to be good. Gosh, God is so good, guys. So let's hold on to that. Let's keep following him together and follow me in my journey, talking with you guys. And I want to hear from you guys. Please comment down below in the comments just to say hi. Just say hi. That's all I want. I know I have like 25 subscribers. It doesn't show me actually who subscribed. So some it does, some it doesn't. I don't know how to work that. But, I ain't too, I ain't too worried about whatever. But I'm thankful for everybody here listening. I am thankful for it. And just comment down, say hi, because I want to know. Just say hi, comment where you're from, and just say hi, because I like to talk to you guys. And we're a family here. We're a family, and that's what I want to build that on, right? My other podcast, season 1, that was a guest here, and which was good. But season 2, I think I want to be more family oriented. So let's go ahead and focus on that. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I will see you guys on episode number 2 of BP Productions season 2. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay blessed, and